Thank you very much. I think I'm the only thing standing between you and lunch, so I'm going to talk really slowly. We've heard a lot today of talk about how innovation is fueling the athlete experience. And what I wanted to focus our presentation on today is how innovation is actually also fueling the fan experience, and specifically want to talk about that in the realm of ticketing. So StubHub, our purpose is really simple. We exist to connect people to inspiring event experiences. What does that mean? It means that we believe a life lived live is a life lived best, right? There's nothing like the experience of seeing an event in person, of smelling the grass, of hearing the crowd roar. We create these indelible memories that we take with us forever when we see an event live, right? 50 years from now, we'll be able to tell people I was at the Real Madrid-Juventus match in Cardiff, and it won't be the same as the person who watched it on television, right? There's this memory that's created by watching it live. And it's not just the memory that's created by watching it live, it's actually the anticipation of the event. If you were a Juventus fan, the best part of the event last week was probably the few hours before the game actually started, right? So that anticipation of the event is part of the experience itself. So let me talk to you a little bit about StubHub. StubHub was formed 17 years ago in Silicon Valley. Our founders were two Stanford graduate students. And you can think of StubHub as one of the original Silicon Valley disruptors. These two guys saw an opportunity, right? They tried to go to a San Francisco Giants game. The game was sold out. They got there and they realized that their only chance to get into the game was to pay cash to some unscrupulous character out front. And they thought to themselves, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a way we can use technology to make this experience better. How can we legitimize this business, right? A business that's been around for thousands of years. And so they created StubHub. And over the course of the 17 years that we've been in existence, we've really had technology at our core really fueling the experience. So whether that be in 2006 when we created our first Fan Protect guarantee, or 2008 when we created the first interchangeable barcode. So, with Major League Baseball, we have the ability now to cancel a barcode and reissue a new one to a ticket sold. In 2010, we created the first mobile app. In 2012, interactive seat maps, things that we take for granted now as consumers, right? You go onto a seat map, you can see where your seat is going to be located. And so on and so forth until we get to 2017, where we're now going to be able to really talk about what the future of ticketing looks like. So in 17 years, what does that turn StubHub into? It's turned us into a $4 billion business. We're part of eBay. We have over 200 partners around the world, including Premiership, Major League Baseball, Singapore Sevens, et cetera. We sell a ticket every 0.9 seconds. So a ticket was sold every 0.9 seconds last year. And from a technological standpoint, we're seeing nearly 40% of our tickets in the US sold and utilized via mobile devices. So you can now get online for an event using your mobile device. So picture you get to an event, you don't have a ticket, you get in the queue, you're able to buy your ticket, you're able to then use your ticket, use your mobile device as a ticket and get into the venue in the time that it took you to wait online. That's how much things have changed in 17 years. So what I really want to focus the rest of this presentation on are 4 key areas where we think the future of ticketing is happening. And that is what we're going to call one marketplace, or a blended marketplace, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and social. So here, up here, I have a screenshot of an experience that we created last year with the Philadelphia 76ers in the US. And essentially our belief is that we are moving to a time very rapidly where there's not going to be what we call a primary marketplace, right, an original point of entry and a secondary marketplace, but there's just going to be one marketplace. Consumers increasingly want to be able to buy tickets or commodities or any kind of merchandise at their own pace, at their own time, when they want to do it. And it's no different with ticketing. So our expectation is that there's just going to be a marketplace similar to what we see with the stock marketplace, and that's coming really fast. And what we did with the 76ers last year is we created the sort of first foray into this experience. We blended what we call the primary and secondary markets into one experience, so you as a consumer could go in, buy tickets, and you had no idea if you were buying a primary ticket, a secondary ticket, a combination of the two. All you cared about was, how much am I going to pay? How many seats do I need? And where's the location? So let me show you a little bit of what that experience looks like. So here's a couple screenshots that we grabbed that should show you really quickly what this looks like. So you see that there is potential to go to an event. You go in, you can see how many tickets you want to purchase. You have the option for 6. If you want more, you can get more. They will show you a map, and we now are able to sort by either the lowest price, the best value, or the best seats, right? So this best value, sometimes the best value isn't the $10 seat. Sometimes the best value is a $100 seat in the middle of in the middle of the court. In this instance, you have the choice here of lowest price. You can go in, you can select your seats. You'll see the option at the top to be able to upgrade if you so choose. You have a view of the seat. You can go in and here's your potential upgrade if you want one. You can add on parking and ancillaries. So as part of this is all fueled by what we call cart technology. So for people in e-commerce, a cart is not that interesting, right? Amazon's had a cart for 15 years already at this point. But this is the first time we've ever seen it in ticketing. And so for a content right holder, it allows you the ability to add on merchandise. It allows you to add on parking. It allows you to bundle games together so you can create your own mini season packs all through this all through this cart technology. So you can add parking, and you're ready to go. You can check out and buy the tickets, and it's that seamless. And then you can use your ticket to get into the event. So this is what we think is the future of this sort of blended experience. Next thing I want to talk to you about is virtual reality. So I think virtual reality is a really sexy term for a lot of us. But other than sitting and looking at goggles and getting nauseous over a game that we watch, we haven't seen a ton of applications of virtual reality in e-commerce. But ticketing lends itself better to virtual reality than just about anything else, right? The biggest pain point we find when we go to an event is, where's my seat going to be? And what's it going to look like? And I've never been to that stadium, and how do I know what the sight lines are? Is there going to be a pole in front of me? Is there a bathroom nearby? Right? There's all questions we ask, and we're buying tickets a lot of the times blind unless we've sat there before. With virtual reality now, you're able to get a 360 view of what your seat's going to look like. And you don't need to use the Google glasses in order to do this. You can watch this right on your mobile device, on your desktop. If you wouldn't mind hitting play on this. You can see here how you can take a look around the stadium. I believe this is AT&T Park in San Francisco. But you can see from your seat, what do the sight lines look like? What's a 360 view? And decide then if you want to purchase tickets. We've seen with virtual reality-enabled events, we've seen almost a 30% increase in tickets sold for these events, right? It's such a helpful technology that people are willing to pay because now they know exactly where they're going to sit. Next thing I want to talk about is artificial intelligence. So AI, I know, is a very hot du jour topic right now. For those of you who heard the Apple announcement yesterday about the speaker that's going to compete with Amazon Alexa and Cortana, you know that artificial intelligence is really the wave of the future. It's probably not too long. I would guess in 1 or 2 years from now that I'll be able to stand on this stage. I'll wear a pair of glasses, and in my field of view will be a virtual reality map of a stadium. And I'll be able to go in, point at the seat I want, get a view from that seat, purchase my ticket, purchase a jersey for that game, have concessions waiting for me, and I never have to use my device. I'll have an artificial intelligent 3D concierge who will take care of everything for me, and I'll be able to do it all in my living room. This is, it sounds like something from Mission Impossible, but this is something that's happening really fast. And so we've started to interact with artificial intelligence, albeit in a pretty rudimentary way at this point, but using chatbots. Here, this is an example of Skype. These chatbots use machine learning, and they're able to really understand the consumer and start personalizing the experience as you use it more. So I did this yesterday, and I went in and said, talk to me, help me find tickets for the Warriors, the Golden State Warriors in San Francisco. It then wanted to know, did I prefer Warriors or Golden State? Did I prefer San Francisco or SF? And now it knows anytime I want to come back and just ask for Warriors and SF, it will automatically show me tickets. And here you can see it brings up a couple of events. It deep links into the StubHub app when you choose to pick it, and you can go in and go on with your shopping experience. And as you do more, I'll come back next time to the Skype chatbot, and it will automatically say, if I say, hi StubHub, it will say to me, hi Glenn, hey, I see the Warriors are playing next week. Are you interested in going? That's the machine learning, artificial intelligence at work. And then the last thing I want to show you here is something we call social purchasing. And social purchasing does a good job of sort of incorporating all the little things I've just shown you into one experience. So we know going to a live event is inherently a social experience, right? Most of us don't go to an event ourselves, we go with other people, and there's a great deal of planning involved in going to the event. Whether it's phone or email or text or IM or whatever social channel that you're on in order to get things going, usually it involves a lot of back and forth in order to coordinate. So we've created an experience where you can do that all within the StubHub ecosystem and quickly purchase and attend an event. So in this instance, you see here a list of events that are geolocated. So I'm from San Francisco, so you'll see that it pulls up an A's and Giants game. I can go in now and see that I have friends that are interested in going. I go in here and I see I have a friend that's looking to connect with me. I connect with the friend. I then takes me right into instant message on my iPhone, and I can say to the person, hey, do you want to go to this event? Send them the event, look up the seats. Now I can pick a handful of seats. Now this time we're sorted by best value, so I can pick 3 or 4 different seats and options that they might want, and I can send that to them, and then they would have the option to go and vote on it. So rather than go back and forth, I like these seats, I like these seats, you can do this with multiple people where they can go in, they can vote on it, right? It's hard to see, it's a little blurry, but you can see that a couple of people have voted that they want to go, and then I'm able to seamlessly go into the experience and buy tickets. You then have the option to add on merchandise, right? We talked about the cart technology before, so you can add on concessions, you can add on parking, and then you can easily check out, use your phone, use your thumbprint to buy your ticket, and then you have your barcode and you're ready to go. This can all be done seamlessly, last minute, at the convenience of the fan. So hopefully what you've taken away so far is that we've come a long way in just 17 short years. Right? Ticketing has greatly changed, as has the user experience. People's expectations have changed. What we see this play out is increasingly people are buying tickets within the last minute window. A millennial audience wants to buy tickets the day of, the hour of the event. And so the way we've done ticketing in the past, which tends to be very analog in a digital world, needs to change with it. And so finally, the last thing I'll leave you with today is a little tongue-in-cheek humor. There is a danger, though, if we go too far with technology, that it could lead to some other issues. Thank you very much.